Good evening, Nottingham. Oh, come on, that was piss poor. Come on, people. Good evening, Nottingham. Hey, there we go. Right, so I'm joined here by CCP dev team, as you can see. And first question that's on the tip of everyone's tongues, I'm pretty sure, is how on earth do you pronounce the Minmatar Tech 3 destroyer?
So simple.
Svipul.
Svipul. Yeah, Svipul.
It's so
Easy.
easy. Svipul.
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 So it isn't L, because I was listening to that recording that was put out, and it definitely sounded like it was an F at the end there.
Svipul. No. Svipul. Svipul.
Okay.
Svipul.
So on that note, when are the rest of the T3 destroyers coming out?
Do you guys want to take that or?
I have no idea. So.
You have no idea.
Jack your hangers right now! No. I got a little carried away there. They're coming out in the next sort of releases. There's not a completely firm date for all of them, but before summer. Yeah, before summer. So they're on the way.
Which one's next?
Which one is next again? Is it the? Yeah, it's the Kaldari. Yeah, it's the Kaldari.
The penguin.
I've seen concept art for both of them, and they look fantastic. Very different, fantastic. I like the Galante one better. It's amazing. Just remember my words when you see it.
So what else is coming in Tiamat?
What else is coming in Tiamat? Well, Punteris is making it, all of it.
I'm making some corp little things that you guys asked for on the forums. There's a dev blog coming out on Monday on that, and then you'll see what's happening.
I've already read the dev blog.
Did you like the tease picture in the end?
Yes. And yeah, there's who here runs or has run a corporation before? And do you like the changes that are being made to corporations so far?
Change everything. Everything. Just burn it all. Burn it all.
Okay, so remove corporations. Okay, not
Yeah.
Anarchy.
What? Are you planning on doing anything with NPC corporations? And I heard there was a lot of changes about those.
Not UI-wise, at least.
No. Okay.
I'm not sure.
Fair enough. So the 07 show, we heard a lot about skins. I can't remember what that stands for now. What's happening with those?
Yeah.
There we go. I
The
knew someone would know.
effect. Yeah, it's basic physics. Yeah, the ship skins. Like, who has read the dev blog on ship skins or saw the 07 show? So basically the intent now is to move away from so when we make a skin ship currently, which is supposed to have all the same stats, we basically have to make a new ship with a new type ID, and it has to we have to keep track of the database. When it comes to balancing, it's a hassle and it's slow and it's not like a good thing. So now we're actually making cosmetic skins that can be made and applied much faster. So that opens up possibilities for cool things like making more special edition skins and turning faster turnaround times for all of that, and there'll be some cool possibilities in the future.
Sounds pretty cool. Are we getting any special ship skins for Event T3?
Yes. Special skins for events like Event T. Would that be cool?
Yeah! With your face on it.
Yeah. My face on everything. No, yeah, well, I'll pitch that idea and see how far I get. So just remember that. If it doesn't happen, it's somebody else's fault.
No, we'll hold you personally accountable. Is everyone enjoying the fact that we've got Guard and Gargant vaguely the same height there?
It's like, yeah, we just look different on TV.
We gave him a booster seat, so... Well, I'd like to thank you guys for coming out.
I've
We've got some more questions.
I've got about 6 questions for
Six
you.
questions.
6.
Oh, excellent.
Yep.
Go, go,
You
go,
ready?
go. Go
First
find
one.
them.
When are you actually gonna make it able to create more than one sovereignty station?
So I think the question there was when are you going to be able to create more than one sovereignty station? So alliances and nullsec and all that jazz. Anyone want to take that question?
Faction stations.
I don't think there are any plans for doing that, but I can bring it up with the game designers and see what they say.
Cool. Yep, I think we're happy with that one.
Okay.
We've got one more over here.
So we've got a couple more questions.
More questions.
One of you chaps had a question, right? No,
One of
he's
you
bailed.
chaps had
He's
a question.
bailed. I've got more here. Wait, guys, gents, are you sure? You've got a question.
I do? Yes. Of course. You talk about tournaments and stuff. How about getting a real combat simulator to the Tranquility where you could do the training of the noobs without going to CC, and then that same environment could be used for tournaments?
All right, so that's a very good question. Being able to train noobs in a safe environment.
I feel a diss coming on here. Wait.
You see what I did there? Yeah. I believe that answers your question.
Did you want to ask anything else? I don't.
Move forward.
Okay. I'll do this. This gentleman right here definitely had a question. You ready?
Yeah.
This is more about the corpse switch for aggression. Can we have a 10% Concord tax if it's active? In other words, there's consequence to having the aggression turned off. So you can't aggress your corp mates, but if you have it
Are
turned
you
on...
talking about the new friendly fire setting?
Yeah, the corp setting, yeah, the on and off.
Oh, yeah.
If it's active and you can't shoot your corp mates, there should be a 10% Concord tax.
I think that's an idea that's been brought up, but I don't know what the game designers think about it. But in the dev blog that's coming out on Monday, the friendly fire stuff will be explained in detail. So maybe in the comments there you can add what you have to say about it.
Basically,
And
no.
everybody go like his post if you like, if you agree.
Did you want to add anything to that?
No.
Thank you very much. Right, let's have a look. We had. I think we got 2 more.
We have
Yep,
more
yep.
questions. Anyone else got
You,
any
sir,
more
had a
questions?
question.
Are you bringing any active armor implants and passive shield implants like crystals and slaves, and then vice versa?
That's a really good question.
Do you know the answer to that?
Unfortunately, I don't know much about the game design decision stuff. So.
Yeah, this would be a perfect question for a Fossey or a Rise, for example.
Yes.
But we unfortunately don't know the answer, but we can go and tell them to make them. Or you can go and, actually what would be better, you should all do...
Email petitions.
No, a Twitter campaign to CCB Rise. Do a Twitter campaign to CCB Rise and tell them to do it.
Have you got a hashtag for that?
Did that satisfy your question for now?
Do as we tell you.
Did that satisfy
CCB
your
Rise.
question?
Yeah.
Yeah, he says it's fine. It's fine. We got another question here from the same man.
So, when Ishtar's gonna get nerfed?
Are you talking about the ship or the movie from 1987,
Oh, well, you know,
The movie.
starring Warren Beatty?
something like that. But you know, when are they gonna actually become in line with game?
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds meaningful and deep.
To be honest, I don't care because you know I'm making a bunch of ISK at the moment. But
Yeah. It's a very common request these days. People want the Ishtar nerfed.
no,
Have you heard
I really
anything?
don't want it nerfed.
I've not
but-
heard anything, but people want the Rifter boosted and the Ishtar nerf.
Yeah.
Isn't that what I got from you people?
I think this
How
may
long before
even
we can't make ISK anymore? That's all.
this may even call for a second Twitter campaign to CCB Rise.
No, this one.
Does a lot of shit.
Send this one to Fossey.
Yeah, this one to Fossey.
Do what we
Ishtars to
tell you,
Fossey.
Fossey.
The implants go to Rise.
Rightio. So
Gotta
there
make
you
your
heard.
will known.
You heard implants to Rise,
So you had a question.
ships to Fuzzy. We have another question over here somewhere. We got 2 over there. First. Anybody here? You, sir, had a question.
Yeah, following the survey you did about structures, Did you actually gain any useful information from it, or was it all just pure hatred?
I know the team that's going to be working on it, they are taking this survey really seriously.
I mean, hate is its own reward, isn't it?
Depends on how you look at it, I suppose.
The thing is with the surveys we do, like we only do them when we are prepared to take them seriously, and we conduct them in such a way that the feedback will be structured in a useful way for us. And there's a slight difference. I'm not at all saying that public criticism is not useful or anything. It definitely is, but it's like there's a more concentrated usefulness to this sort of private stuff, because people are being really sincere. They're not there's never any people showing off. There's never any people trolling or being funny or anything. It's people sit down in privacy and they tell you what they want you to hear. So you get a lot of that really good feedback directly from people. Now I've done this. I've done surveys for the 07 show, and I've gotten an incredible amount, hundreds of intensely written and thought out replies, and I'm sure the guys are getting the same. It's a really good method to get people's comments.
2 more. How much time have we got? 3 questions. We got time for that? Yeah. You good? Yep. Did you have a question? No, she didn't have a question.
Hello, I've got 2 questions. One's relatively short, and the other one might take a little bit on to answer. The first one being, we've been teased about player Bill Gates for ages. Now, I know you probably can't say much, if at all anything, but if you can't, and there's not anything you can comment on it, when can we actually hear something more about it other than, yeah, it's an idea?
I mean, that's all part of the longer term storyline. Obviously we aren't very knowledgeable about all that, as you said, we don't have that information, so even if you torture us, we won't know, So we'll have to wait and see how that comes. Maybe we'll get some more information at FanFest. That's coming up in March.
Okay, and part number 2 would be mainly for all the pirates out there. When are you going to do something to low-sec to make it worth going there if you're not a pirate, so pirates have more stuff to shoot at?
That's actually a really good idea.
So it's not just pirates hunting pirates.
Yeah, pretty much. So something for other people to make low-sec to have value, so that other people other than pirates will go there and really fill out the space a bit more, because it feels at the moment like it's just a pirate haven and they just shoot each other.
Factional warfare has done a lot for low-sec.
But that's in a very small few systems.
Yeah. But
maybe expand faction warfare.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah. All the low-sec.
Yeah. I killed some pirates when I was in factional warfare. It was fun. No, yeah, but yeah, it's a good idea. Just we need to give love to all the different kinds of spaces.
I got one question of my own actually. When are you going to bring back the recall invites that ended last year? You could, if you had a friend who's been away from you for 6 months or something, you could send them a 7-day invite to come back, a bit like a buddy account. But when are you going to bring that back?
Yeah, that's a good question. That was a pretty cool thing, and we should definitely do more of that. Just so you know, if you're not aware, we've been making changes in the way we approach the marketing of EVE Online, and we're talking about marketing in the broad approach, just how we talk about the EVE, how we get people to think about the EVE, how we just communicate with both players and non-players, and there's been a big change. We used to put more emphasis on trying to trawl the ocean for new players, when that's expensive and it takes a lot of effort, and it doesn't always produce as much result as focusing on the community. So now we're focusing very much on the community, nurturing the community, and as we all know, the community takes care of the game. So we're kind of building things from the ground up, and those sort of things that allow you guys to bring your friends in and get something for yourselves, and that's good for everybody. I think it's the strongest way. People who come into the game knowing someone, they last and they have a good time. Whereas like people who get lost, they just get killed by you guys and then they leave.
You might remember the This Is Eve trailer that went very well into that philosophy, right? You guys saw the This Is Eve trailer, right? Using like in-game comms between players, that's the best way to market this game.
Yeah, you do it better than us. And it's funny actually, like, when we look at the metrics for, like, all-time trial spikes, like, when we have, like, graphs that show, like, how many trials are coming in on a daily basis, and the by far biggest trial spikes we've ever had are, like, because of things that you guys have done, like, the Battle of Asakai and Bitakar are the two biggest spikes we've ever had. And, like, no marketing campaign we've ever done has come close, like, not even close. So it's like those kind of things, cool things happening, people talking about the game organically and naturally. That's what works for EVE Online. That's just the kind of game it is.
So you're really a big fan of the podcasts and blogs and all that, then?
All the player-driven media, player-driven events. It's absolutely fantastic. It's what keeps the community going, keeps it alive, keeps everybody engaged and informed. Just people learn so much from all this, and like talking to each other, it's phenomenal. And like we wanna see more events like this one, events of all shapes and sizes all over the place, and we'll continue supporting them. We're working on all kinds of things, getting player organizers to talk to each other, learn from each other, help each other out. Because meeting face to face is the key to deeper understanding in EVE Online. Is my philosophy.
Cool. I think that was very informative. Ladies and gentlemen, CCP.
Thanks for coming out, guys.
If I can keep you here for 1 minute. Yeah. And my good friend DJ Thomas from EVE Radio. Is there anything else you want to plug before you go?
I just plug something there for DJ Wiggles, who's standing over there. As part of the community thing, Wiggles does Total EVE, so if you haven't already checked it out, get over there and check out all our news feeds. And also, of course, keep listening in to EVE Radio for all the best stuff, and the highlights of this interview will be broadcast on EVE Radio this weekend, so do enjoy.